Hey guys, Brittany here, and time for book review number 5 of 2016. This book is Cinder by Marissa Meyer, and it is book number 1 of the Lunar Chronicles. And as you can probably guess from the cover and the title, it is loosely based on the classic Cinderella story. But there's just enough creativity and originality for me to give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. That's right, I'm on a roll of reading, like, great books. Seriously. So, basic premise is this is sometime in the future, hundreds of years in the future of our world. It's, you know, after World War IV, the world kind of, the countries came together, and now there are only, like, 6 colonies. I don't know if that's what you'd call them. But there are 6 of them, such as Africa, Europe, America, etc. And the setting of the story is in New Beijing. And there's lots of cool stuff going on. There are cyborgs and androids and even lunars who live on the moon. They're humans who colonized the moon, basically, and just stayed there. And they do have some powers, abilities. So it's really awesome. I love the story. It's great. So let's get started with the characters. I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. I really liked the characters in the story. Your main character is Cinder, and she is a cyborg. So that's very original. You don't expect that from your Cinderella princess that you're expecting. You don't expect to see the cyborg. And I love her. She is such a great, like, heroine to the story. I really, really liked Cinder. You also have Prince Kai. He's the prince. Enough said there. Of course, there's the evil stepmother. You've even got 2 stepsisters, but they're not both evil. Peony, one of the stepsisters, is actually very likable. You also have Iko, however you want to pronounce that. She's an android, and she has a great little personality. And then you have the antagonist of the story, Queen Lavana, and she is a lunar. So, those are kind of the main characters, but I had to give them a 5 out of 5 because of how much I loved Cinder, and she was just written perfectly. I loved it. Then, moving on to the plot / resolution, all that good stuff, the story also gets a 5 out of 5. Like I said, it's based on Cinderella, so you kind of know what to expect, but it's so different and original that I was just really excited. Like, I didn't expect some of the things to happen, and even though you know what's coming, and even the parts that are completely new, like, I figured out what was going to happen on page 44. I'm like, oh, I see. I got it. Like, the big twist, I got it on page 44, so it's not like huge surprise, you're never going to guess what's coming, but it's so interesting and so original that you just can't put it down. Which brings me to one point I always talk about is the resolution of the story. Now this is original in how I viewed it. There is not really a resolution, and normally I don't like that. I know if you've been watching my reviews, you know I have to have a resolution to the main problem, but there wasn't one here, not really. It really left off in media res, in the middle of things, but it was written so well that I liked it, and I was like, well, this is I can see stopping here, that's fine, but now I have to have the next book. And luckily for me, these have been out for a few years, so I immediately ran out and got the second book. So, that's good writing. If I have to put this down, like, as soon as I finish, the second I finish it, go buy the next one, that's good writing. And, that brings us to our third critical point, and that gets a 5 out of stars. 5 out of stars. 5 out of 5 stars for writing style, because she really kept me interested. It's an old story. Everyone knows Cinderella. Cinderella has been done a million times, but it hasn't been done like this. So I was intrigued, I was captivated, I was interested, and I couldn't put it down, and even when it was over, I had to go back for the next one. So, 5 out of 5 stars. Do I recommend? Yes, I do. And, if I'm not mistaken, the entire series is already out. It's already all been published, I'm pretty sure. I think the final book was published last year. I may be mistaken, but even if I am mistaken, enough books are out to keep you occupied. So you're not like read one and then you have to wait months and months and months. Court of Thorns and Roses. So you should go pick this up. Go ahead and pick all of them up because you're probably just going to love all of them. I know I probably will. Am I going to continue the series? Obviously. Here's book 2 in my hand. And, yes. Very good writing. Loved Cinder and the other characters. And, one thing I did want to mention about the antagonist and the bad guys in the story is they do have a motivation, and I've mentioned that before, that when the characters have motivation and they have a reason for doing what they're doing, I definitely enjoy it more than just, you know, somebody being evil for evil's sake. And there is definitely motivation behind the antagonist here. So I really did appreciate that from Marissa Meyer. So, 5 out of 5 stars for Cinder. Can't wait to get on to Scarlet. Look for that review coming next. And thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to smile, Starshine.